Hello, Terry here. Today I'm at Haldon Forest Park. It's near Exeter, just off the A38. Also near, on the same road as Exeter Race Course. And today we're going to take a look around. This is one of my local trails here in the UK, and I know this place really well. So let's go take a look around, see what people can expect when they turn up to this trail. So there's plenty of parking. Come into the car parking area here. Loads of parking. It's Forestry England, and it's well maintained, well groomed, well looked after. It's not one of the most exciting of trails, as in jumps or downhill or anything like that, but it's a good cross-country trail, so it'll keep you fit, and this is where I come to train. There's good facilities. There's a bike shop, there's a cafe, there's bathrooms, there's a bike wash around the corner here, just over here. They also do Segway rides and other stuff. It's really quiet here this morning because I've turned up really early, which is when I usually do my training. That's the cafe area over that direction. So there's only a couple of us here at the minute. So let's take you through the trails, because the two trails, the red and the blue, start at different areas. The red starts down that direction, which is down the south side of the car park, but the blue trail starts over in this direction. So you go past the cafe, past the bathrooms, and we'll go into the blue trail and take a look around there. So we go over the road, and this is the blue trail. So I'm just going to put my GoPro on, and I'll be back to you in a minute. Right, so I've just put the GoPro back onto my chest mount, and we'll take a look at the blue trail. It's called Kiddens. It's not very far, like 3.5 miles. I think it is. Be careful of the pedestrians down here. None this morning, this time in the morning. But this place is really designed for walkers, Segway riders. There's Go Ape, and the blue trail is really easy. There's nothing there. It's just no step downs, no step ups, no jumps. There's not even any berms here really. So as you come down the footpath, you've got to be careful that you don't miss the turn-in. So here's the turn-in here, and it says Kiddens Trail is down that direction. However, this is the return for the red, so don't get mistaken and take that turn-in. So wait for the blue one, which is after it, and there it is, the deep blue. So this is the Kiddens Trail, which is the actual blue. And there's a light blue and a dark blue. The light blue is really just footpath, and this is a mountain bike trail in the blue, dark blue. There's a couple of off-piste trails which the guys have knocked up for themselves just to do some downhill, because there isn't any real downhill this side of the A38. The other side of the A38, near the cafe, there's another trail which is a set of trails which is being built by the local guys there, and it's for the downhill riders. You can see there's lots of walkways around here, footpaths. views are fantastic. I can't see them behind me at the minute. We'll take a look in a moment. You know, I'm big on going to trails where you stop and not necessarily smell the roses, because there are no roses, but at least take in the countryside. You can ride this trail with a hardtail, it's no problem. Just watch if you bring the kids here, just in case they're not used to braking very well. Even though it's a blue and it's very mild, there are a couple of places where if there's somebody's not used to bike riding, they could get it run away from them, but it's a good place to learn here. Careful when you're coming down into this segment, because there's actually a footpath right through the end of the trail here, so you're forced to slam on your brakes if you're going too fast. This trail is really well marked, really well maintained. Just slowing down to go through the puddles, so I don't want to get it on the screen. We're in 2022, end of June. It's one of the rare days that it's not raining here. Now we come out to this area. There's usually a lot of deer around here, so watch they don't run out in front of you. I have a reputation for being called a deer hunter, for running into a deer at a deer race, an XC race. Over in Florida. Didn't mean to do it, just jumped out in front of me. So quite often you come across the deer in this park. They're not friendly, they're still wild, but they'll not run away from you too much. This is where some of the downhills are, in this area. Guys start at the top and this is the bottom end of them. They cross over the XC path, so be careful. There's plenty of fire roads on this trail, so if you have a problem with your bike or if you want to get back to the car park, then just aim uphill and generally you'll find yourself there. This is one of the trails that gets really busy because it's the only thing around Exeter area between the southwest Exeter to Plymouth. So when we come out of the wood section at the bottom here, we hit a fire road. Just go back up the fire road and you'll see the trail at the top. Straight at the opposite. It's a little bit dark in here at the minute. Still early morning, that's why there's no other riders around. Hey, sorry, I wasn't looking. I thought I saw a deer. But it wasn't, it was a tree stump. So we're coming up to the area now where people hang out. They have camps up here. For the young kids. Team building, stuff like that. A little bit overgrown at the minute. We're nearly finished. on kittens. There's a steep path down here, so be careful of that when you come up to here. People walk down there and then they stand on the trail whilst they're talking to their family and stuff, so you gotta watch for them. After all, we are near the car parking area, so like I said before, if you hit any of the fire roads and you want to get back urgently, just aim uphill, because this thing is right on top of the hill. And generally you'll get within a short distance of the trailhead. And there we have it. We went in at that direction there, and we're coming back up the fire road to finish. Alright, so we're going to go onto the red trail next. So coming out the parking area, instead of going towards the cafe, which is this way, the red trail is back towards the road. So we'll go down this area. Down the footpath. This is a bit difficult to find. I don't know why it's not marked a little bit better from the areas, but you see there's a red sign there. There's actually a skills area over here. It's not much. It really is a bit poor. There are no tabletops on this trail, or jumps or anything like that. Go over the road, and then we still go down the fire road. We have to be a little bit careful here, because you turn up this trail here and you might go down the wrong one, which is a walk one. You want to stay far left, and that'll take you into the trail. However, it's still a bit of an obstacle further on than this, and I'll show you in a minute. Now then, these are the views I was talking about earlier on. Sometimes I like to start with Sherry and have a look at them. And the trail starts here. Everything's a little bit overgrown at the moment because of the spring just finished, and we're just about to get into summer, so it's been very, very wet. We just had 3 days of non-rain, so it's dry now. Now this trail is a red, so be careful if you're bringing a novice here, like young kids and stuff for the first time. Make sure you keep an eye on them, or at least they're trained up. Because look, if they go off the edge here, it kind of hurt. Then you hit the fire road. Still following the red signs. So you'll see there's a sign there. We've got to double back on ourselves. So it's a bit of a switchback. A lot of nettles around at the minute. This is a beautiful natural trail, and they just come around here, cut back the herbage, but they try and keep it as natural as possible. That's one of the things I really love about this trail. One of the downsides with that is they don't make tabletops, they don't make jumps, they don't make too much fun stuff if you want to do something different other than just riding the trail. Tiny little rock garden there. They sometimes put rock gardens in where the streams cross. So we're coming up into a section in a moment which they've just rebuilt because it was falling onto the road. However, it is still a bit dodgy. It's got wide handlebars because it's narrow up here. Be careful. See how the fence, they've actually brought it in narrower than it used to be, especially where that tree. So what we're going to do now is the trail is going to cross the road. So we're going to come down to one of the points where people on e-bikes really don't like, because you've got to lift your bike. There we go, coming down to this section. I drop my saddle. And here there's a little bit of a gateway through this gap. So you've got to put your bike on the back wheel. Morning.
Good morning.
How are you guys doing?
Taking a break?
Probably well deserved. All right, we cross the road and we're going down the other side of the trail. Bit of a drop off here. Watch this bit. It's where the water's been running down, so it's dug it away. I've seen many a crash there. We're running up parallel with the road here. Now the guys have been doing some maintenance here this morning. So they've still got their sign up, so they're still here. Just brush cutting the weeds back. This is a nice flowy downhill section. Little jumps, little kickers. But you can go around them if you want to. There's a rock garden here. There is a downhill black here section which crosses over the Exeter Trail, so be careful of that. We're all the off-peak, off-piste as it were, trails, the blacks. They're kind of made by the locals. There's a couple that run down this banking over here. We don't have much. And the only reason they're black is because they're full of roots and stuff. So they're not well groomed. I'm going to be careful going down here because this is where the guys were cutting earlier on my first lap. Which is nice to see because trying to avoid the opportunity for ticks to land on me when all these ferns are overgrowing. You're getting brushed up against the ferns all the time, and then the chance of a tick sticking on you. So we always check ourselves after riding here. Now this is the section that everybody hates here, that's a novice. So you come around here, and there's a corner which is on rocks, and down that obstacle. So I'm just going to turn around and show you guys what that is. And then we'll hit this black, which comes back up here, and then because we're going up this fire road anyway on the red, so I may as well show you the black at the same time. So that's the downhill corner, and because it's kind of bumpy and rocky, people hold their front brake and then they go over the handlebars. So I've seen more and more crashes here than anywhere else on this course, and that's really the only obstacle here, and that's the only bit where we get a bottleneck of people, because a lot of the time people just sit down the bottom and watch for people, other riders to come around that corner to see how they do it. It isn't that bad if you keep rolling and don't touch your front brake. So anyway, let's have a look at the black, because the red comes down this road and up the fire road, and we're just going to jump out there anyway. So let's go and have a look at this little black here. Show you what the blacks look like on this course. So the qualifier is a rock garden. I can hear the guys down here working at the moment. Those guys work hard at this place because there's a lot of walking trails, a lot of biking trails to keep cutting back all summer. So this black isn't that severe. I think that's the only berm on the whole area, Haldon. Hey, I can see why they're cutting it back. Hooky pokey. This will be nice and flowy later when they finished. Damn it, the nettles are getting me. And we're right down the bottom. There's a little bit of a drop. It's only about I don't know, about 2 foot, maybe not even that. Right, and we're going to hit this road up. And this is the way they go when you're sessioning in that area. You can just go up and down this black all day long, which I find a bit boring, but never mind. And you see, that's where that corner that was on the red, and the red just continues on this fire road. So there's a long fire road climb here, good for the cardio. And like I say, that's why I come here for training, because I can keep my heart rate high when I race around this trail. Right, so you could miss the turning because there's a turning up here, or there's a turning after this. So you could turn up this road, you see the red sign, you jump back on to the trail. And that's the way most riders go. They don't go up to the second turning because it's pointless. So now we're overlooking where we just came from. The downhill we did previously. So there's a couple of off-piste rides down the hill here. I don't generally do them because they're always overgrown and there's nothing there to do really. There's no gap jumps, there's no tabletops, there's no nothing there. Right, so they've just changed this area. This used to be much up close to the road. It was a bit dangerous. So instead of putting the bike on the back wheel, you can lift the handlebars over now. That's made it a lot better for people. Careful of this road because it's the main road into Haldon. So down that direction is where the parking lot was. And the trailhead. We've got to cross this road. And then as you come into this area, the guys who like to cheat cut across there and go right. I don't like to do that. I prefer to do this trail section here because this is where the skill level comes in. Bearing in mind this trail is so novice that you want to add a bit of technical into it if you can. So we still got a bit to go. Not too far now though. It's been cut down now for 3 years because it was cut down just before COVID and they haven't replanted this area, which is unusual. This stump used to catch people out because there was a tree right in the middle there. And somebody's chopped it down or knocked it down. Then when they cut off with a chainsaw, people hit it so many times with pedal strikes that it's kind of worn away. Just through people's pedals. So we're coming up to the end of the red if you're going to join it onto Kiddens. But we're not going to do that. We're going to go back to the parking area and show you the true red. So through the streets here, there's another one of those stiles. And I drop myself, tip the bike onto the back wheel, and feed it through. We cross over the main road, so be careful of that. Now, that's where the red ends if you're going to join onto Kiddens. And then there's this little link road here which jumps back into the blue right there. But to finish the red off correctly, so sometimes I do red then blue, join them together. If you're going to do the red correctly, then you come up this area here and finish off the trail right back to the trailhead. Come on, squirrel. Out the way. So we're coming back into the car park area, the trailhead, and we come back out here. So the blue started down that direction on the right, the red started the other side of the car park area, and we're back at the cafe and the bathrooms. Let's go and look at the skills area. So we're heading back down towards the red. Skills area is over here on the left hand side. Car park is starting to fill up now. It's now 9:45. So this is the skills area. Mostly kids to play around in here. There's nothing too strenuous. I don't know why they labeled this one as black, because there's nothing actually here, so it confuses people. That labeling is completely wrong. We'll go up this area. There's another black here, so it probably went through that other way. They got the signpost the wrong way around or something. I don't know. But there's no reason this should be called black. And then there's 3 lines down. You can do this one here, which is kind of a pump tracky area. And that's the only tabletops on the whole trail. And that's it, that's the skills area. Anyway, that's my morning at Haldon. I hope you enjoyed it. And view around the trails. Please like and subscribe if you like the videos. And we'll see you again soon. Just remember, you can bring all your family to Haldon. It's a really good place to come to. Anyway, see you soon. Bye-bye.